Borodar, Zdravo, and good dog. Hey, it's Tom from GreenShortz. Thanks for hopping on the live stream. And I actually got a few more hellos in my latest video, so let me run through those. In Slovenia, we would say Dober Dan. Patrick Howard sends us a nice Dia Do It from Ireland. Suleiman Alakil gives us Arabic, which is Marahaba. In India, we're probably familiar with saying Namaste. And Monica gives us two languages, hello in German, hallo, and service in Austrian German. And of course, Rodney chimes in with Esperanto, which is salutan. And I can't forget Gina here. Gina said hello in English. Gina, thanks for watching, for all your comments. And then if you live in Southern California, what up, dude, would be how you would say hello. And Richard Solomon, I didn't know you were a Kiwi. So in New Zealand, we would say Kiaria. Kiara Oria. Probably butchered that. Richard, let me know if I got the pronunciation right. Bella Foster in Australia says morning, mate. And in Dutch, we also say hallo. Thanks, Kevin, for that. And then in Chinese, we would greet with a ni hao. And this is actually Tamil from Arakunmar, and it's Vanakam, Vanakam. And then Chris greets us with a what up, home skillet. So actually, Chris, you are probably related to me, given that what up, home skillet is in your home language as well. So thanks so much for the hellos. YouTube unites us, and please tell me how to say hello in your language, and I will greet you that way in the next video. Many of you have probably come across my channel with this video, the video about this stove, which is it's actually this one. Looks very similar to this one. But what's different about this one is actually got concrete and perlite in it for insulation. However, that's what caused this crack when I first tested it. The perlite weakens the concrete. It's a flaw, but not a fatal flaw. Actually added a ramp to this one, and that's how I use it. Of course, I've made a lot of rocket stoves, and no one needs 10 of them. I don't need 10 of them. Of course, I make them to figure out which ones I like the best and recommend different ones to you. So I feel like everybody needs to have a rocket stove. Maybe not 10, but maybe one. And the reason is it's a great opportunity for us to cook in the backyard, use found fuel, and to burn that fuel very, very efficiently. If you've been on my channel long enough, then you've probably seen me talk about the Rocket King stove, which is actually my production rocket stove that I sell on Amazon. And I usually don't talk about it on the channel here, but today's a special occasion because I have a special offer. Don't slip on that mud, Jordan. Got Trevor's down here doing some cooking on the Rocket King. Hey Trev, how's it going? We probably already have we already are boiling on that. But the occasion today is that I've introduced two new Rocket King stoves. The Micro, which is stainless, and the Ultralight, which is made out of titanium. This thing is only 7 ounces. And the reason I mentioned it here on the channel here today is because I've just got the first batch of these over at Amazon, and I wanted to let you all know here about that first. So I've got a 10% off coupon or sale going on right now for the Rocket King Micro. The Ultralight isn't quite ready yet. It's not on the market yet, but so for now there are 16 of these available on Amazon, 10% off today, or until they're gone. But let me show you how it works. So I got my smallest kindling here, and that's gonna go in this side of the stove here on the left. Reason being is I'm gonna light it from the left. And then I'm actually going to use a rocket booster. This is a little sawdust and soy wax rocket or fire starter with a candle wick in it. And that's actually going to go right into the R in the stove. Try to match up here. And that's going to burn down. And we'll push that inside once it gets a little bit soft. There we go. I'm going to build my fire up around that. Now the micro is actually about 18 ounces with the bag. It comes with a canvas bag. And you know, my goal with that, with this particular stove over the full-size rocket stove, was to make for the single hiker that maybe would need to use a cup this size. I also did provide, there's a new part for the new rocket, or the old Rocket King, that a tab, as you can see here, that allows you to use a cup. You can. But the Rocket King Micro here is actually designed for this size. I'm gonna move this over to the, so Trev, you can let the fire go out on this one now. And then we have a horn parade here in Lilburn right now for the people getting out, the virus going on. So we'll just enjoy that as they pass. All right, Trev, I'm gonna leave you to keep this going because I want to tell you guys real quick about something else that I'm about to start doing on Patreon. Because in all the videos I've made over the last 4 years, oh, it's Night Elementary. That's a parade. I love it. I mean, all these videos, I have all these short videos ideas, stuff that I am not going to put on YouTube because it's just too short to get a shot of the parade. So I think that's the Night Elementary teachers out doing a parade for their students. That's great. Local elementary school. I had to take a minute to pull that in. So I've got all these projects here in my backyard that you've seen videos of. Maybe you haven't seen the videos where I've made these. And I'm trying to build the connections between them. You know, I also have all these ideas for content that is sort of the day-to-day stuff that wouldn't make for, say, a YouTube video, but that could make for a short clip that I would put over on the Patreon channel. So the goal is to have more of those, and I'm going to do them on Patreon just because they're going to be a little bit less produced than what I'm going to be putting out, continuing to put out on YouTube. Of course, that's still going to happen. So you can see, got the greenhouse that's going to be redone. I got the new garden beds. Got some pollinator stuff happening with the bee houses. The hugelkultur bed over there. I'm in the midst of redoing that. So all those short videos about that, of course, once the soldier-fry larva composter comes up to speed again, that I'll be doing videos about that on a more regular basis. So all those kinds of things that are just maybe 45 seconds long, maybe a minute and a half, just little bits of information that would be valuable. But rather than clogging up the YouTube channel, I'm going to do that over on Patreon. So if that sounds valuable to you, all those videos are going to be available at the lowest level, which is $1 a month. And there are a couple more tiers as well that add more value. And then the Patreon feed, where we're going to have conversations there. It's getting more and more difficult to answer all the questions that I get here on YouTube. And so over at Patreon, I'll be able to be sure to answer all those questions. I'm still going to try and do that as much as I can here on YouTube, but if I don't answer comments for a couple days, I get behind, and it's hard to get back to all those. All right, so let's go See how Trevor's doing with the micro. Of course, we already had this boiling before we started. I wasn't sure how long it was going to take to get through this. So I know we've got a boil going, and we're going to put in some ramen. Good, Trev. So we'll bring that back up to a boil. So what I'm trying to do with the rocket stoves in my backyard is replace the cooking for 2 to 3 meals a week. And that's gonna allow me to reduce the gas I'm using inside or the electricity that you might be using if that's the way that you're cooking. Again, I'm using these sticks and twigs that these 2 big oak trees above me drop on a regular basis. So anyway, thanks so much for watching today, and thank you for your continued support of this channel here on YouTube. It's been a lot of fun to make videos for you. Let me know if you like this live stream format. We may be doing more of those if you're interested. And as always, our mission here at GreenShortz is to help you see green so you can be green, and save a little green by doing it yourself. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and share and subscribe for a new GreenShortz DIY video almost every Friday.